Project Gorgon is an old-school online RPG that has been in early access since 2018. It was developed by a small indie couple. Visually, the game looks rather weak, but it offers many cool elements, including very well-designed quests and a unique skill system. It's no coincidence that the game has an 86% positive review rating on Steam. It has now been officially announced that the title will leave early access on January 28th. What exactly makes the game special? What changes with the official release? And who might want to take a look at Project Gorgon? Those are the topics covered in this video. What kind of MMO is Project Gorgon exactly? At its core, it's an old-school title with a strong focus on exploration. You'll die from enemies from time to time. You really have to read quest texts and kill lots and lots of mobs. Up to level 40, you can manage fairly well on your own, but in the endgame you'll regularly need groups for most content. Graphically, the game feels like something from the early 2000s, and the interface is quite clunky as well. If that sounds off-putting to you, please stick around anyway, because there are also many positive aspects. Every NPC has their own personality and behaves accordingly. For example, if you meet a character who likes collecting shields and you gift them one, you'll receive discounts on the items they sell. If you annoy an NPC, prices may increase, or they might even give you false information. The same applies to the quest system, which is one of the game's greatest strengths. It is elaborate, offers high-quality stories, and sometimes includes tricky puzzles. You not only have to read the quest text, but also write important information into a notebook in order to solve them, such as coordinates that are revealed bit by bit. These kinds of details are exactly what many MMO fans criticize modern titles for lacking. In newer games, tasks and solutions are often spoon-fed to you, so you don't really have to think anymore. Project Gorgon doesn't just rely on old-school strengths, but also presents its story in a very humorous way. Of course, there are some kill-and-fetch quests, and the main campaign is actually relatively short, but it's all the more fun because of it. A lot of love has clearly gone into the skill system as well. You can level up all kinds of skills, including the death skill. You are rewarded for dying as well with additional hit points. Death itself doesn't have serious consequences, but it always comes with a random debuff, such as your character becoming paranoid or temporarily forgetting how to speak. Other skills include meditation, mushroom gathering, cooking, or even living and fighting as a pig. Through a quest, you can earn a potion that transforms you into one. These skills are not available from the start. You unlock them through exploration. This makes the game world far more interesting, as you really have to discover things yourself. When it comes to character creation, you can currently choose from 4 playable races: humans, elves, cat-like creatures, and fairies. However, fairies must first be unlocked through an additional quest. For the future, orcs are planned, and possibly dwarves as well. They appear in the interface, but with a note that they are not guaranteed. Customization options are quite limited. Beyond skin color, hairstyle, beard, and color adjustments for those options, there isn't much else. However, you'll quickly notice that there are no fixed classes. Project Gorgon lets you freely choose your weapons and fight with them. You can equip one weapon in each hand and level both at the same time. The combat system uses tab targeting, but allows for a lot of movement, so it doesn't feel as static as some older MMO games. Interestingly, you can only equip 10 abilities at a time, even though many more can be unlocked. Similar to Guild Wars 1, you have to carefully choose your loadout. Enemies can be quite challenging and feature a special purple bar. When it fills up, they unleash a powerful attack. You, on the other hand, can reduce this bar with certain attacks. The equipment system also features some interesting design choices. All armor that drops is randomly generated, and some items include modifiers for your abilities. For example, increased damage or turning a single target attack into an area attack. Finding the right gear pieces plays an important role. Interestingly, merchants don't just sell new equipment. You can also buy gear that other players have sold to them. There's a used tab where you might find exactly the item you're looking for. All these little details, the humor, and the quest system clearly show how much love went into Project Gorgon and how much thought the developers put into the game. So, what about the release itself? It's scheduled for January 28th, and it comes with an update that introduces new character models and a new city. Apart from that, the patch doesn't seem to include much new content. As for monetization, Project Gorgon uses a buy to play model. On the official website, there are also backer packages with additional rewards ranging from $50 to $500, but these will be discontinued with the full release. To continue supporting the game afterward, there's an optional membership per month. This grants benefits such as more inventory slots, more character slots, special emotes, and the ability to export your character stats and information into spreadsheets. There is no in-game shop with extra items or cosmetics at all. That brings us to a brief conclusion. Project Gorgon isn't comparable to big titles like World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online, and its overall scope is rather small. Still, the game shines with attention to detail and unique features, especially in its quests and NPCs. With around 300 concurrent players at peak times, there are enough people online. With an all-time peak of 677 players, it's clear that many players remain loyal to the game, even if it never attracted massive crowds.